Every magician has one of these. It might be a box, it might be a drawer, it might be an entire cupboard that you no longer open because doing so would force you to confront several financial decisions you made at 2 o'clock in the morning. Inside are tricks that were going to change everything. They looked incredible in a trailer. Everyone online was talking about them. You bought one, you learnt it, you loved it, you performed it approximately 3 times, and now it lives in here, alongside 17 mark decks, a gimmicked pen, something electronic that no longer charges, and a playing card signed by someone you can no longer remember. And the strange thing is, most of these probably are not bad tricks. They were just the wrong tricks for you. So before you buy your next trick, I want you to ask yourself a few questions, because there is a very big difference between that looks incredible and I can genuinely see myself performing that. Hello, I'm Chase, I'm a mentalist magician, and apparently today I am also your financial advisor. Don't take that too seriously. I own a cabinet full of playing cards, but some of them are collector's items. Some of them looks nice, some of them are identical to other decks I already own, but these ones are slightly different shade of burgundy. So obviously the purchase was essential. I also own an entire box of magic tricks that I barely use, not because they are necessarily bad, not because the creator did anything wrong. Usually it's because I saw somebody else perform the trick, thought it looked brilliant, and never stopped to consider whether it actually suited me. Magic trailers are incredibly good now. They are cinematic, they are dramatic, there is smoke, there is slow motion, there is usually a magician standing in an abandoned warehouse for a reason that has never been fully explained. You watched it and think, yeah, that is me now. I am the mysterious warehouse magician. Then the trick arrives and you remember the most of your performances happen in a pub or at a wedding or while somebody is holding a half-eaten sausage roll. So today I want to give you 7 questions to ask before you buy your next magic trick. This is not about never buying magic. Buying magic is fun. Learning new things is fun. Supporting creators is important. This is about making sure you are buying a trick because it is right for you rather than because the trailer temporarily took control of your nervous system. This is probably the biggest reason I have stopped using tricks I have bought. They work, the method was good, the reactions were good, but the trick didn't match much of my personality or the way I perform. A magic trick is not just an effect, it is a little piece of theatre. It has a tone, it has a pace, it has an attitude. Some tricks are naturally playful, some are mysterious, some are romantic, and some are pretty intense. Some require you to stare deeply into somebody's eyes as though you've just discovered they betrayed you during the Crimean War. And you need to ask yourself whether that tone belongs to your performance. Because when you watch a great performer demonstrate their own trick, you're not only seeing the method, you're seeing their personality wrapped around it, their timing, their confidence, their scripting, their character. They may make the trick look perfect because it was designed around the way they perform. That doesn't automatically mean it will look perfect when you perform it. And that is not an insult to you or the creator, don't worry. A brilliant comedy routine may not suit a serious mystery performer. An intense piece of mentalism may not suit somebody with a light, playful style. A highly visual social media effect might look fantastic on camera but feel completely alien during your normal close-up set. A trick gathering dust doesn't not necessarily mean the trick is bad. It might just mean the best trick in the world isn't perfect for you. It might not just be for that performer, and that is fine. The question isn't is this trick good? The question should be, is this trick good for me? Not hypothetically, when would you genuinely perform this? Would you carry it with your everyday? Would you use it at weddings? Would you go into a corporate set and use it? Would you perform it on stage? Would you only use it for videos on social media? Would you perform it casually for friends? Or are you imagining some vague future situation in which the exact performing circumstances suddenly appear? Because that future situation is not where the magic is, it's where they go to die. You buy something and you might tell yourself, this is great when I start doing more stage work, but you're not currently doing any stage work. You have not booked any stage work. You do not own a stage. But your new trick is waiting patiently for the royal variety performance. Before you buy something, picture a real performance. Where are you? Who is watching? What are you wearing? That helps. What material comes before it? What comes after it? Where is the trick physically being kept on your persons? And if you can clearly picture it fitting into your actual performance, then that is a good sign. A lot of professional material is also material I carry with me every single day. That works for me because I like being ready to perform. But I also own more expensive pieces that are specific for weddings, events, and paid performances. I don't carry everything everywhere. A trick doesn't need to be an everyday carry to be valuable, but you should know what category it belongs to before you buy it. Is this an everyday trick, a gig trick, a camera trick, a stage trick, or a trick you will perform once in your bedroom, quietly say, yeah, that's clever, and then place it inside a drawer until the end of time? I strongly believe that you should not perform a trick exactly as you saw the creator perform it in the trailer. Obviously, when you first learn something, you may use the supplied script or presentation as a starting point. That's completely normal. But eventually, you need to find your own version, because otherwise, you are not really performing your own material. You're doing an impression of the person who sold it to you. And they are probably better at being themselves than you are. When you imagine yourself performing the trick, remove the trailer, remove the dramatic editing, remove the reactions. What's actually left? Can you create a presentation that feels like something you would genuinely say? Can you justify the props? Can you make the effect belong within your existing character? Can you connect it to the themes you already explore in your routines? For me, I perform mentalism through intuition, psychology, influence, and a bit of theatre. So when I look at a new trick, I need to ask how it fits into that world. I might see a fantastic visual effect and love watching it, but love an effect as a spectator doesn't mean I need to perform it. I love watching people breathe fire. That doesn't mean I should start doing it between tables at a wedding though. There is a difference between appreciation and application. And we sometimes buy tricks because we want to feel how we felt while we was watching the trailer. But owning the method doesn't automatically give you that feeling, the performance does. So, ask yourself, what would my version of this look like? And if your only answer is, well, basically the trailer, but I'm wearing my own jacket, you may need to think a little longer. Sorry, while I've got you, just to go off on a bit of a tangent, I am actually going to my first ever Magic convention on the 15th and the 16th of August. It's Magic Podcast Live, I don't know, it's Craig Pay, Lloyd Barnes, there's going to be speakers, there's going to be stuff like that. It's my first ever Magic convention. I'm a little bit worried because I don't really hang around with magicians that much, but it seems like a lot of fun. And if you go in, say hi to me, because I'm probably going to be too nervous to say hi to you. So if you recognise me, come say hi. Come say hi. Thank you. I'm going to be there for 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday. Yeah, fun. This question has personally attacked every magician watching this video, because magicians are very good at buying multiple methods for the same effect. We do not need another way to reveal a playing card, but this one uses magnets, right? So we need it. We don't need another way to peek, but this one happens inside an envelope made in Sweden. We do not need another marked deck, but apparently these markings can be seen from the International Space Station. There is nothing wrong with exploring different methods. Sometimes a new method genuinely solves a problem. It may be cleaner, it may be faster, more reliable, better for your working conditions, or it might finally make an effect practical for you. But before buying it, ask, what can this do that my existing material can't? Does it improve the effect? Does it remove a weakness? Does it give you a new presentation? Does it work in conditions where your current method fails? Or is it simply a different secret leading to the same destination? Sometimes we become more interested in methods than performances. We keep collecting solutions to problems we already solved 5 years ago. Meanwhile, the audience doesn't care whether your peak uses a wallet, a phone, a billet, or a highly trained raven. They care about what they experience. So look through what you already own. You may already have a trick that creates the same effect, and instead of buying another version, you could spend that money on something far more useful, like travelling to gigs, new camera equipment, a book, or another deck of cards that is very slightly more burgundy than the previous deck. The price on the website is not always the full price of the trick. There may be refills, replacement parts, special cards, apps, subscriptions, batteries, tiny pieces of something that costs 12 pence to manufacture but can only be purchased in the official replacement pack for $14.99. And if it is a trick you perform regularly, that costs matter. A £30 trick that requires constant refills could eventually cost far more than a £100 prop from the last year. It doesn't make refill-based tricks bad, some are brilliant, but you need to know what you're buying into. There is the other currency every close-up magician needs to understand. Pocket space. Pocket space is prime real estate. If I am carrying something every day, it needs to earn its place. How big is it? Does it require multiple props? Does it reset easily? Can I carry it comfortably? Will I need to explain why I've brought a miniature mechanical greenhouse to somebody's wedding? A larger prop may be completely reasonable for a paid event because you have a case, a table, and a planned set. But that same prop may be completely impractical as everyday material. So don't only ask, can I afford this? Ask, can I afford to keep performing this? And can my pockets survive it? Trailers are designed to sell the strongest possible version of an effect. That is their job. Film trailers do the exact same thing. Nobody watches the trailer for an action film and sees 40 seconds of the hero renewing their car insurance. They show you explosions. Magic trailers show you reactions, visuals, and the impossible moments. And I don't blame the creators for making tricks look exciting. I have made my own magic trailers. We'll return to my hypocrisy quite shortly. But before buying something, try to find a full uncut performance. You want to see the beginning, the middle, the end, the reset if it's shown. You want to know whether there are strange moments that were hidden by an edit. Does the magician reach awkwardly into a pocket? Does the spectator need to stand at a very precise angle? Does the performance contain 3 minutes of instructions that the trailer transformed into 12 seconds montages? Also, look for genuine reviews, not only endorsements, not only famous names saying, "This is going straight into my act," because Sometimes it may go straight into their act. Sometimes it may go straight into the same drawer as everything else you own. Find people who have actually used it. What happened after the first week? How durable is it? What are the limitations? Where have they performed it? All those questions matter. A good review does not simply tell you whether the trick is good. It helps you decide whether the trick is right for you. And remember, a negative review doesn't automatically mean you should avoid it. The reviewer may have completely different performance styles. You are looking for information, not permission. Magic releases can create strange kinds of panic. Everybody is talking about the same trick. Reviews appear, performers post clips, the limited edition is selling out. There are only 12 left, then 11. Then, somehow, there's 14 left. And suddenly, buying the trick feels urgent. You're no longer calmly deciding whether it fits your repertoire. You're trying to avoid being the only magician in the world who doesn't own a device that makes a Sharpie vibrate. That's a good idea. I should probably write that down. So ask yourself, do I genuinely want this? Or do I want it because everybody else is getting it? There is nothing wrong with joining the excitement. Sometimes a trick is popular because it is genuinely brilliant. But popularity should make you curious, not remove your ability to think. This is where waiting can help you. Ask yourself all 7 questions, watch the performances, read the reviews, then step away for a few days. Don't keep watching the trailer. Don't repeatedly stare at the checkout page like it is a wounded animal. Just leave it. If you were still thinking about the trick a few days later and you can clearly see where it belongs in your performance, that is a much stronger sign. So at this point, I should acknowledge something quite important. I am a magician, I have released magic, and I too have created a dramatic trailer designed to make a trick look exciting. Over a year ago, I released a trick called Colour Fill, and the trailer looked like this. There was music, there was dramatic lighting, there were intense facial expressions. I may have briefly believed I was Christopher Nolan for a little bit. However, there are also full uncut performances available so you can see exactly how it plays, which means I have conveniently passed my own test, a test I created several minutes ago. But this is the point. There is nothing wrong with making a trick look exciting. Creators should be excited about what they have made. The trailer should get your attention, but the trailer cannot decide whether the trick belongs in your repertoire. I've realised there is a slight problem with me making this entire video because I have just spent the last couple of minutes telling you not to buy things you are never going to use, while sitting to physical evidence that I have done exactly that. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going through this box, my playing card collection, gimmicks and other bits of magic that I simply do not use anymore, and I'm going to sell most of it. And I need to be strict because I know exactly what is going to happen. I am going to pick something up that I have not touched for 3 years and immediately think, oh, but what if I need this? For what? What extraordinary specific situation have I been preparing for since 2022? If I don't use it, it's probably because it doesn't fit me and I can't genuinely use it myself. Because I think magicians are terrible for keeping things just in case. And then 5 years later, the just in case drawer has developed in its own gravitational field. But I want something good to come out of it as well. So any money that I make from selling any of these tricks, cards and gimmicks is going to charities that I choose to support. More likely a mixture of like mental health and animal charities, which are causes that mean a lot to me. I've recently just adopted 2 rescue cats. So if you want to take a look at what's inside and what I'm selling, the link will be in the description on screen. I'm also going to throw in a couple of limited edition playing cards I have no plans of using, so be sure to check it out. And importantly, some of the stuff genuinely is brilliant, and I'm not going to be selling it because I think it's bad. I'm selling it because I don't use it. Something that's been sitting untouched in my box for years could end up becoming somebody else's favourite trick, which actually proves the entire point of this video. The right trick in the wrong magician's hands can sit in a cupboard for 5 years, but give it to the right person and they might perform it for the rest of their lives. And frankly, I would rather that happen than continue operating a retirement home for neglected magic props. And speaking of the box, on my membership, I'm going to open all of it on camera and decide what I want and what I'm going to sell. So you can find all of that over on the Chased membership. And before you buy your next trick, just pause, ask the question, watch the full performances, ignore the smoke machine, and work out whether you actually want the trick or whether you temporarily want to become the person who performed it in the trailer. Thank you all very so much for watching. Subscribe for more magic, mentalism, tutorials, theory, and other opportunities for me to publicly question my life and financial choices. See you later.